Aki here. This episode contains themes of violence and invasion. Viewer discretion is advised. Please take care of yourselves.
Welcome, everyone, to the very first episode of 2021. Well, first episode we were recording in 21. This one will be probably about the end of January that you're hearing. This is going to be episode, checking my notes, episode 14, which is wild. There's also been a bunch of episodes that have come out since then, like our vampire one shot and our thirsty sword lesbian two shots, which was a lot of fun. We had some really awesome people on there, and definitely hope you all checked it out. My name is Aubrey. My pronouns are she, her, and I am going to be your GM for this campaign. I'm doing this just because we've been getting a pretty big influx of new listeners, and I want to kind of make sure we're saying this up front so everybody knows who we are and our character. So I'm going to turn it over to the cast. They are going to say their name, their pronouns, their character, their character's pronouns, a log line of their character, like a pitch, like one sentence. Who is this character? And they're also going to tell me what, if your character was a major arcana tarot card, who would they be? So let's start it off with our first player.
Oh yeah, that's me. Hi. Out of all the names I could have chosen, I chose double A's. Hi, I'm Aki. I go by she, and I will be Estrella of Soli, who also goes by she, her. Essentially, she is a young, half-elvic bard who ran away from home. Is very, very, very fucking cursed.
I thought you were gonna say gay.
Gay is given.
Yeah, that's a given.
What is the name of this show? Like the podcast, it's in the name. The cursed part isn't, but like, ooh, ominous. And what made tarot? She would be the star.
Go to our next player.
Hello, I am Ferris. Go by she, her. I am playing Tesh, who also uses she, her. And she is a half hobgoblin barbarian who is also technically a runaway for very different reasons. Namely, she's haunted and she killed a bunch of people. Oops. Ooh. It happens to the best of us, really. And if she were a major arcana card, of which I know nothing about, I would go with Judgment, but I was also given the wisdom that it might be Hanged Man. So either of those would fit, perhaps. Okay, maybe. I don't know, actually. Anything.
Cool. And to our next player.
Am I number 3?
Yeah, we're going in the Discord order.
All right, let's see if I can remember everything. So I'm Sparlock, male, he, him. I am playing Groon, our lovely cleric firebug, who goes by she and her, and is represented by the Hermit Arcana. Did I miss anything in there?
No, I think you gave your little log line of your character, like who your character is. Firebug cleric.
Oh, absolutely. She heals and burns things. It's great.
Does 2 things. It does them. We'll move on to our next player.
Hello. My name is Tick. I go by they, them. I am playing Miro, who also goes by they, them. What a coincidence. They are a monk that was born, trained in hell, and is finally able to leave. The underworld. My bad. And their card would be the. Thank you for coming.
And on to our last player.
Trilla. My pronouns are she, her. I play Liana, I cannot get my words to work tonight. A witch who has joined a cult and decided to go on adventure. So yeah, and her major arcana card is definitely the magician.
Yeah. No, that sounds. But yeah, no, this is our lovely main cast. And if you're ever want to follow any of them on Twitter, I drop everybody's Twitter handles in our show notes. So definitely check those out. We have a cast list there. But we'll move on to a couple of little news things before we go into our recap. So it is 2021 and things are going pretty well so far. Mostly I'm talking about
3 days.
I'm mostly talking about things with the podcast are going well so far. Not the rest
You
of the
better be.
I'm not talking about the rest of the world. So I am thinking about haven't made the final decision yet. But we will probably be starting a Patreon maybe February or March. We'll keep everybody up to date on that, and that will have exclusive things. I'm in the middle of writing a fun little campaign that will be exclusive to Patreon if we do that. And there'll be other things, live streams, and maybe some more just behind the scenes things. Give specific notes about the world. Put up like official facts and the map and everything for people to look at. But we also do have a couple other things happening. We are doing a couple of fun little collaborations with other podcasts. We are going to be guesting on an episode of Kingdom Hearts. I forgot their subtitle. Kingdom Hearts: A Forgotten Era. We are going to be guesting on an episode of that as playing a bunch of Disney characters, Disney and or Square Enix, which is going to be a lot of fun.
Wait, hold on. Square Enix is an option?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time to repitch my idea.
Disney Square Enix characters. We don't know exactly when we're recording this. It may or may not actually be up by the time you're listening to this. So if it is, I will drop a link in the description so you can go check us out there. We are also teaming up with Birdhouse Mysteries to do a game in Savage Worlds, which will be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that. I've been wanting to learn Savage Worlds. And also, we are probably about 3 episodes, not counting this one, so about 4 episodes away, depending on how things go, from the end of our first season, which is going to be interesting. And now is a good time to announce what we'll be doing between seasons 1 and 2. Since Trula, do you want to tell us a little bit about the thing we will be doing between seasons 1 and 2?
Gladly. I'm very excited to get to talk about this because I have actually been plot pointing over the weekend. So, our merry band will be taking a break, and we'll be going to my favorite fandom of all time, the Harry Potter world. Our merry band to you in very short, opportune new characters for some fun mischief at Hogwarts and finding a missing artifact.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to reveal too much right now. We will obviously reveal a little bit more. We'll do an actual trailer type situation for that later, but
yeah, we'll do a small little trailer for that.
Yeah, we're going to Hogwarts for a
it'll be
little
fun.
while.
Yeah, we'll go Hogwarts for a few episodes, and then we'll come back with season 2. It'll be.
And it's also my first campaign that I'll be running myself.
Yeah, it's your very first campaign that you'll be running. I'm excited for it. I think you're going to do.
I'm nervous,
really,
but also very excited.
And
fingers crossed that.
Yeah, fingers crossed. I think you're going to do really. And other just general housekeeping. If you enjoy me and what I do, you can also see every Friday on Guild of the Phoenix's Haven Rock Up RPG. Does anyone else? Aki, do you want to talk about your other projects?
Starting this year, no official yet. 2 separate podcasts. Is a Kids on Bike podcast, and another one is Chandy 5e1. There's really not much information yet because we decided to do all of this during the holidays, so everything's a little all over the place. But yeah, that will be coming up eventually.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to listen to both of them. The Kids on Bikes one especially, because it's a system I've always wanted. Kind of jealous to play that.
Oh, I love my son.
He's gonna be great.
Oh, I get to play a hippo.
So definitely check that out. Does anyone else have any other projects they want to talk about before we get into our recap?
Thing that I'm gonna start doing this fall. A sweet friend of mine got me a very awesome book called Witchcraft Cocktail, and so starting on my Instagram and TikTok, we'll have like the condensed, like fast-paced video version of it with like no audio, basically of me describing what's going on. But on Instagram, I will be doing a video of how you make the cocktail and everything condensed into like 10-15 minutes. So
That's
we're
fun.
going to start in the fall, but it's so that you can get prepped to follow along with that journey.
Yeah, no, definitely. We'll continue updating as things go.
This is a project, it's just date, but no, I have not beaten Dragon Quest yet. So sorry.
Not yet.
Oh my god.
Not yet.
That's like it's like 2 months since you said I'm going to beat Dragon Quest.
I got stuck. Okay, I'm stuck at another boss, and I usually take like hours to. I have not had the time to try it yet, but like not yet. I will one day.
So yeah, let's get into the recap if nobody else says anything. Cool. So we are getting into the recap. So it's been a few weeks since we've all last played, so I think everybody does need a bit of a recap. So you all returned to Cressa, the big city. You are all back from the mission. It's hard to say it went successfully, but you did return alive, so there is that. You've all been given your reward for completing this. It was the gold that was split among everybody. So
More successful than others.
yeah, you were more successful than. And then Marrow is an incredibly trusting person.
You can just say gullible. It's okay. You can say dumbass. It's okay.
Marrow is an incredibly trusting person and went down a dark alley with a strange, eccentrically dressed person and ended up getting themselves kidnapped and saved by our very first, well, not really, but our very first guest star really tried to save you. Liz, who I was really excited to have on. It was a great time. And then so the whole group, they had to solve the mystery. You all managed to track down Marrow, save Marrow, and sort of save the artifact that Urdu was also looking for, and then get back to.
Down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you burned a tavern down. Yep, that was fun. Me taking
Really was.
Yeah, me taking a character out of play because I was like, shit, not enough time for a really, really big battle. Someone to get help. So there's a character who still may be out there that you have now officially made enemies with. So
Great.
Mm-hmm. But then also at the end of last week, you were told by Velen that you all have been requested by the Queen, haven't had an audience or required to attend an audience with. I don't know why I can't.
Because the
You were
new
not
year, we're all
prepared.
exhausted and everything else.
Yeah,
You were not prepared.
not prepared. Well, actually, no, I am extremely.
I know. It's gonna kick
Yeah.
me in the ass.
And I'm just saying, and I'm sitting over here working on a crocheted headband for a Slytherin friend. I finished her scarf the other night, so. And no, I don't take commission.
Yeah. No. But yes, you all were told that you have a meeting with the Queen tomorrow afternoon. It is probably 7 or 8 at night when you all got back. I believe one or two people had something they wanted to attend to that night specifically.
I'm sorry.
I remember nothing.
The night before?
Yeah,
night
it's still
before
the
the
night
rescue?
before. No, this is the
Or-
night of the rescue. You have just rescued Mara. You just returned to the inn. It's 7 or 8 at night.
Oh.
You have a few hours to kill before you go to sleep, and then you have an entire morning and pretty much an entire morning before you have to come eat.
That's awesome. That's so much more time than I thought we had. I swear it was like that afternoon we had the Queen meeting, so this is great. I will accept.
Yeah,
this
you have
time.
an entire day, pretty much.
It's free time. Let's go.
Yeah, and I believe this is going to be a slightly more free form. I do have specific notes about things I want to happen, so I will try to keep things moving as best I can. But yeah, it's mostly going to be you guys.
This is out of character question.
Mhm.
But do I have to state what I've already done? Because I did message would have been some things that I would have been doing throughout the week or that we were here.
Any of those things, like unless it comes up with a bearing, as long as you've sent it, like we don't have to go over it. Like if something comes up about it, like something about your letter or anything, I will let you know, and we'll be like, oh, in this specific downtime, Estrella sent a letter.
Sneaky.
Yeah, that's
Was
exactly
it a
what I did.
Was it a love letter?
It was a letter to someone, to people who I love. It was a letter to my dads.
Aww.
Yay!
Hey, they're like, hey, I'm not dead.
Hey!
Please don't ground me.
Hi, it's been 2 months. oops. You know, just one of those things.
But yes, was there anything anyone wanted to get done that night? Something I also did not tell you earlier. But since you're at this inn specifically, you've been given 2 rooms with 2 double beds in them, so you can decide who is in what.
Oh, Aubrey.
Yeah. I know.
Oh my
but, like,
god, there's 5 of us,
Wait, but
and
there's 5
only
of us.
2 rooms with 4 beds in total.
Oh no.
Well, if I have to, I am more than willing to spoon.
I know exactly what I did.
Just saying, Ileana literally latched onto Meryl and was like, yeah, no, we're sharing.
Like, sharing a room?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you meant a bed.
That came out very wrong, yeah.
Like the ship I didn't see coming.
Wait, does that leave Groon alone with the
I'm-
couple?
I'm just saying,
Oh
who said Ileana is interested in a monogamous relationship?
no. True. True.
2020,
Say.
2020. What the fuck am I saying? 2021.
New year.
Ungiven.
Ring.
3 days in. But yes. So yeah, those are your room situations. Figure it out. Figure out who has been staying with who. I already know everybody. I already know who is doing what. So I mean, essentially, it is you got Estrella and Tesh in one room, Marrow and Ileana in another room, and Grun. I don't know where Grun. You've got your pick of 2 rooms.
Yeah, and
No,
she
no.
there's only one room that has an extra bed,
So
so
both rooms have two double beds.
No,
yeah.
no.
So
Wait,
there's
no
the
extra
one that
beds.
there's
It's
the 2
where is
people.
Groon gonna force the doubling up? Someone has to share or sleep on the floor.
I thought the couple was
there's-
planning on doubling up.
Not unless
Mhm.
forced. You have to force them to.
Only if
I
you
can't
force it.
go.
Groon, you have the power to control the ship.
I want my YA novel fucking scenario, and I want it now. I'm so thirsty.
I'm just imagining you 2 sharing a bed and Groon being in the next bed going, think good thoughts, think good thoughts.
I also would like to point out the absurdity of this particular bed sharing because you said it was a
Mhm.
twin.
No, 2 rooms with 2 double beds in each.
Still, Tesh is a very large woman.
Yeah.
I've done
Logistically,
worse.
it makes more sense for Estrella and Groon to share a bed, but I mean, I understand why Estrella is going for it. I'm not begrudging her that as the player,
Mhm.
but also there's gonna be no room for her.
I can sleep on top.
Exactly.
No,
We're
I don't
doing
need,
the foot to head thing.
I don't need a comfortable mattress. I have to.
Maybe Tesh makes a good pillow.
Titty soft.
Quick cuddling.
Tesh does make a good pillow. I can
Mhm.
vouch for this.
This is true. You can. We've
Or-
been tent mates.
Mhm. Yeah.
So,
I deserve this. You guys made me share a fucking tent with like Velen half the time. I deserve it.
you know what? Yeah, you do.
Nobody wanted to sleep with Groon, so Tesh did.
No, you went, I'll sleep with Groot. I didn't get to say. Y'all picked. Y'all partnered up. And I was like, oh, fuck it. I have the twink.
Steady, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, was that? I
ew.
didn't hear you.
Slept
You-
with my teacher then. That's kind of
We're rambling.
Ew.
That's awkward.
Anyway,
Anyway, I think we got everything planned out.
Cool. So I mean, there was a specific thing that Estrella and Tesh had planned. I was giving you the floor to go ahead with what you were.
Oh.
I think you just sent in chat.
I was just gonna. Yeah, I was gonna. Tesh was gonna ask her to help Tesh dye
Mhm.
her hair at some point while we were
Mhm.
here. Tesh bought
Yeah.
hair dye.
Ye old hair dye, which is it is probably actually just like henna dye.
I mean, yeah,
Mm.
and the easiest color to dye.
Yeah.
In terms of ye old
You're also like
black.
blonde. You're also like blonde. This should be like
Yes.
so easy.
Yeah, it's so easy.
Yeah. Estrella would definitely be down to help. Estrella's probably done this before, considering that this is not her first Flagosian that
What were you doing? You need to give me a roll for crafting.
Do not screw up my hair, please.
Mhm.
Finally have hair.
Can I have advantage because this is not the first fugitive who I've helped dye their hair black?
Sure, why not? Well, you have not advantage, but you can have a +1 circumstance.
I will take that.
I will say that the DC won't be incredibly high, but
15.
that just meets it.
Oh, that's
Oof.
So it's a little bit messy, and maybe Tesh, you're gonna have a couple of you're gonna have a little bit spots on behind your ears and on your neck for a couple of days. But yeah, you successfully dyed Tesh's hair black.
Sorry.
Thanks.
Usually used to
Better than I would have done.
I'm usually used to my length of hair.
Yeah, that's not a lot here. I mean, you pointed out it would be a good idea, so
I mean,
I
yeah,
thought of it.
considering we are going to apparently be meeting the queen.
Yeah, that's not ideal.
Mhm.
I can probably not show up, right? Maybe if I say I'm sick, I don't have to go.
I feel like lying of the whole country is probably a bad idea. She probably does not believe in sick days.
I could make myself actually sick. I can break my own arm.
I believe, I mean, your legs still work.
Well, we better hope she's
Can
never
everyone just
seen
go
my
quiet?
face before.
Oh,
Oh wait,
That
that
was
wasn't
Trilla.
Craig.
that was
Oh,
true.
thank
That was
God. Whew.
That's true. I guess. True love.
Technical difficulties.
True, are you alive?
I'm here. Sorry. I think my thing
Welcome
spazzed
back.
out.
So yeah, we'll just get back to the scene.
She, probably won't know me on sight. I don't remember meeting her anyway.
Have you met Roy? Oh, that's
Yeah.
a stupid question. Yeah, you probably.
A few times. Probably more than a few.
Well, you got any tips?
Not any I think apply here. I feel like the usual tricks aren't helpful in this instance necessarily. I mean, be polite, obviously, and don't meet their eye. Sometimes it depends on which one you got. Sir, ma'am, highness, majesty, depending on what they are. Bowing is good.
Oh well, shit.
That's all I got.
Just like in the books. Got it. You wait, and then we wash it out. Oh no, I've never dyed my hair before.
No, you take the requisite amount of time.
Then you wash it out.
You wash it out. There's you get a little basin of water, and you wash out. And Tesh now officially no longer has blonde hair. We fund for season 2 art.
Yeah. Achievement unlocked. Hair dye.
Yep.
I am so sorry for your loss in advance.
I made sure my season 2 art was not going to be rough. I was nice.
So yeah, you continue doing whatever. I don't know how you while away your time for the rest of the night, but we're going to jump over to a later in the night. Deliana, you wake up at some point. You're not sure. It could be 3 or 4 in the morning, maybe. The sun has not yet risen, but the light of the moon sort of shines into the room that you are sharing with at least Marrow. I don't know if we ever decided where Grun was going.
I feel like Groon's in
with
the
the
other
parents.
room.
Yeah, Grun, so
Yeah,
you and
Groon's with
Marrow.
parents.
Yep, Grun is with the parents.
Like a cup, just watching this chaos of.
Yeah. So you but look over and glance at the window, and there's a figure standing next to it, looking out at.
Oh my fucking god! It's Batman.
Hold on, there's someone just in the room, just staring out the window.
This is going on some level. Ileana's just
Uh,
walking towards the window.
window. No, they are inside, looking out
they're
your window.
inside.
Yeah.
Oh god.
This is a very tall woman in a purple dress.
Never mind, it's not the Batman.
As you draw closer and you see the light of the moonlight on features, you do recognize.
Oh lord. Not in my dreams for once. This is nice.
Do you say that out loud?
No, I'm just thinking.
She'll look over at you and smile and be like, "I thank you for helping."
Of course. I mean, why wouldn't I?
That idol that she carries is very important. May look like just a rock. It's very magical. It may become important.
Okay, duly noted.
They have left, go and join their clan. Hopefully they think safe until
Why do I feel like we're gearing up for something bigger
because I
than I thought?
I can't say much until the time comes. You will know,
Okay.
you maybe look away for just a second, like look up at the moon, and then when you look back, she is gone.
Liliana's just like, yeah, this is way just too crazy right now for her. She's like, I can't get a moment of peace. And so she goes and crawls back in the bed to try and go back to sleep.
Yeah, you do. You go back to sleep. And then we come to morning. It is a very, very nice morning in Cressa. It is not too hot. The summer heat has not set in yet. But there's not really clouds in the sky. The sun is sort of that perfect angle where it sort of like reflects across the water and just everything, and especially with all of the white marble that Cressa is made of, it's just the city shines in the light. And yeah, it's very pretty. And Grun, like, what time would Grun arrive at a temple in the morning?
A little bit later than they would want. So she probably sleeps in and doesn't get up with the sun as you would be expected. Like it's the fire for the sun is too far away. She doesn't care all that much about it. Uh and Walt is in at 10 o'clock a.m. give or take.
And when you do spot the elf that brought you into the fold. He's very tall. He's probably 6'1", 6'2". It looks like he takes his work as cleric of Visil pretty seriously. He's more of like a war priest than what you are. You've quite often seen him wearing heavier armor and fighting with a sword and shield. But currently he's just wearing his priest robes, which do show off the fact that he does take very good care of himself and it's kind of jacked.
And she sees him and she runs up knowing that it drives him crazy and is like, heavy!
He's like, hello. Hello. We were wondering when you were going to show up this morning.
I didn't burn too much stuff while I was away.
That's always good. You've been taking the teachings of Visil to heart. That's good to know.
There were big, like so many zombies.
Yes, I've heard some of the stories coming out of the college about it. But as clerics of Visil, we know we need to destroy undead, and you did a very good job of that. I'm hearing some from Bosk as well.
I don't know if we got them all though.
Well, I know that a bunch of the other clerics from here left with the contingent back to the city to make sure that all of them are dispatched. But you kept them away from Cressa, so that's the.
Okay. Did I do good?
Yes, you did good. And I did hear one of the other clerics was talking about how that group that you've been requested by the Queen.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope it's not about the bar.
What bar?
Nothing.
he just sort of nods, and it's just he's probably had a lot of these happen over a couple of years, so he's just like, cool. Mention this to other clerics. But no, I don't think it is about the bar.
So do you think so should I stay with them? Keep traveling? You sent me
Yes.
on the one mission.
No, I do think it is good for you to get out and see the world, meet other clerics, especially of Visil and other places. There are many temples around. Go meet them. One can only learn so much by being cloistered up in a temple all of their lives. You learn more when you get out and learn.
So I should visit other temples while we're away adventuring?
Yes, you should mention other temples. See if you can assist them with anything and send word back.
Of course, I've been trying to help out. I know the Sealed wants us to take care of the sick and infirm, just like you taught me. So
Yes.
whenever we were in town and I was being really good and not burning things, I made sure to help out and
Yes.
like help out with the infirmaries.
I've heard many stories of your help, and I am very proud of you. Yes, you should continue with your friends. Go see the world and spread the word of the sealed as only you can do.
I will. I'll make you proud, Heavy.
Yes, I bet you will. And if at this point, you will do your requisite prayers to the sealed. You know, probably help out with a couple other things. A couple of the other clerics of the sealed go around and tend to some sick and wounded in various parts of the city. So you'll be busy for a couple of hours before the meeting of the queen. So it's probably about that timing. Everybody but Grun is sitting down and trying to eat a nice breakfast.
Trying?
Sure.
Trying, because I'm saying
Why?
there's some distinct tension within the party.
Yeah.
Oh,
There is
yeah.
some
Oh, wow,
distinct
yeah.
tension.
How did I forget?
How did you forget?
We've literally been talking about it for a month, and I kind of was skipping ahead to the hope that it won't be this way.
I mean,
No, there
to
is-
be fair, Tess did just save Marrow.
True,
We have
but
not discussed that in any way.
they haven't talked about it yet. There's still a lot of tension, but no one's saying shit. I'm just imagining like Ileana and Astrea are just chatting normally, and just Tesh and Mara are silent.
Hey,
Silent.
apologies for interrupting. Are our spells currently locked? I'm attempting to change my prepared spells and it's not letting me.
Try it now.
No, it's not working. I'm dragging and dropping and
I have to delete them out because I think that's how I had to do it the last
Yeah,
time.
you.
I deleted mine and then drag and drop.
Oh,
it
Yeah,
says
I have to
empty
get my
slot
mouse out.
drag spell here.
mhm. Did you add the spells to your spell book first?
Oh, that's right, because there's the spell book thing. I need to remember how to do that. Preparation shortlist. There we go. Thank you.
You're welcome. Cool. Getting back to that, there is some distinct tension over breakfast.
There is. Yep. That's a thing.
Yep. And maybe it's starting to come to a head slightly, because maybe everybody else is maybe a little bit tired about the fact that Tesh and Marrow aren't even really talking to each other for 2 weeks.
There's a very good reason for that, but
Have I noticed this? Have
I will say
is there?
no one even has to make rolls because it's probably been so incredibly obvious that they refuse to interact with each other.
So, are you two? Because the tension is so fucking thick. I don't even need to cut it with a knife.
Piece of hair.
Mm. You know what, Ileana? I suddenly need to go look at something. You want to come and look at something with me? It's a very interesting something.
Sure.
Okay, great. Fucking link arms with and we just leave.
Mara looks
We go find a window and we watch.
Wait, they're just gonna watch?
I'm gonna be honest, I can't even see
We're
the
in a
map
public
properly
place.
for some reason.
You can't even what? You're
Like
breaking
the
up.
map's not showing normal.
Refresh? Should I refresh? Because it happened to me earlier and I just refreshed and
I'm trying really quick.
Oh.
the map isn't incredibly important. This is
You see everyone dancing around. I'm like trying to see the map and it's just showing me gray. There we go. Much better.
It doesn't support this anymore. Yeah, I guess.
Oh, mine just hates the pixelation.
yeah.
So it's just
Yep.
it's just discipline, huh?
Yep, it's just you and Tesh left alone.
Public place.
Yep.
Tell one another.
I don't know if I'm gonna say.
Not unless you want to start something.
In character, Mara's just gonna look around and just sigh, kind of rub the bridge of their nose. I think we should find somewhere a bit more quiet to talk.
Sure.
All right, follow me. And I'm going to put my fork and knife down. I'm not a heathen. Put the dish. I don't know how dishes work when
You're
you're
bringing your breakfast with you?
No.
Now I want to bring
The
my.
keeper's like, please don't take my plates outside.
Now I just want to pick up my plate and bring it with me. You put this idea in my head, and I want to do it, but I won't. But I sure want to.
I meant put your fork and knife down on your plate and then you leave. Because then if you don't do that, they're like, oh, but are they coming back? Like, no, you gotta let them know that you're not coming back. Otherwise,
True.
they'll be there for a little bit. It's respectful. It's big brain. But yeah, they're gonna do that and gesture for Tesh to follow.
Tesh is gonna also get up, and she's gonna chuck a napkin at Estrella's head, and then follow Marrow out.
So what are secluded places on the map asking for me? Because I don't think I would have thought this very far through.
Where's a good place to die?
I mean, there are lots of alleys and between ways and buildings. You are currently in the Golden Knot.
Interesting name.
Oh,
okay, I see. Not quite a back alley. Is there somewhere that there would be no, or at least probably no?
You're gonna need to leave the city if you want no.
How long will that
graveyard?
take? Fuck it, yeah. Let's go to a
Several
graveyard.
hours.
Let's go to a
It will
graveyard.
probably take a couple of hours. Yeah, I mean, there's graveyards. You're gonna have to leave the district for graveyards. There are some graveyards in the old district
That's not far.
Yeah, let's do it.
around here.
It's a long way to walk in silence.
It's about an hour's walk in silence.
That's fine. You know what? Tesha's gonna just have to fucking deal with it. Because internally, Maro's probably writing a script on what they're gonna say. So yeah, let's go to the graveyard.
You arrive in the graveyard about an hour or so later. It's early in the morning, so it's pretty quiet. There are still people that are a couple 100 feet away, but
They're probably not gonna be eavesdropping. Probably.
hmm.
Maro's gonna go take a seat again. When do you take a seat on a tombstone or something? Is that disrespectful?
Sure,
Very disrespectful.
you can.
Oh, I mean, then I will not sit on a tombstone because I did not actually realize until now that was
There's
me.
benches.
Yeah, let's sit on a bench. And
There's benches around, yeah.
I'm not sitting on a bench, but you can.
Mara's gonna sit cross-legged on a bench and be like, Tesh, do you want, or are you gonna stand?
Not particularly interested in sitting. No.
I'd
rather just get this over with.
uh,
Pick a good empty one. I mean,
Mara just takes a deep breath.
river probably would have been faster.
River.
Harbor. There's probably not a river here.
I mean, there's
Let's throw
probably
some
going to
stones
be
on the
people
body,
in it.
drop it over.
But are you gonna kill me? Hold on. You're talking
Oh,
about a body.
Pretty sure you're here to kill me, right? Or try.
I was going to ask you some questions. Jesus, I'm not that violent. Okay. This is. I haven't really had to ask people this before, but and Nora just kind of drops her voice, and it's just like, I'd appreciate that I can say my piece. It's gonna be a lot.
Okay.
So, it took me a while. I do admit I am not the best at yet, and I did truly, legitimately believe that you were a regular chef until about, I guess, all the pieces finally fell.
AKA your dad.
Well, they're not gonna say that.
Your dad appeared like Batman in the middle of the night and fucking stalked Tesh.
I know.
Dude.
I do know who, or at least I don't. What? Why? Why would? And Mero is saying this like a hushed tone. No one can overhear. Hopefully, why would the powerful warrior, Tempest of Lagos, the person who has put so many people I care about in the grave, why the fuck are you going on an expedition to a city as a chef? Why did you come back insane? None of this makes any sense.
Might have noticed after our first little adventure, but I'm not exactly part of Lagos anymore.
This is going to be a bit of a hurt. All of the things that do you regret it?
Oh, that's to answer.
Well, we certainly have time.
More than I don't.
Can you repeat that? I didn't actually hear you. I'm so sorry, Ferris.
More than I don't.
That's.
Most days, yes. Sometimes no.
I think you owe a bit. Why are you here?
Well, mostly just trying to get away from there.
Why are you telling me, the great one who has blown through many, destroyed their homes, and ate their babies, is now
They're
deciding?
babies.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, 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 oh.
I
A baby
don't you
eating
eat babies?
Lagos. No, I don't eat babies. Why? Why would I eat a baby?
Listen, okay. Felix told me that you ate babies. All right, I just
Who said that?
Felix did. Listen, I don't know. I'm just taking like witness witness accounts of how you murdered people on like their wedding day and stuff, and like how tragic it was, and that you ate their babies. Like, I mean, I guess some people did.
You remember the wedding. That was unfortunate. Not eat their baby to definitely kill them during their wedding. That is.
Yeah, you did definitely kill them.
But
You killed
there
them.
were no survivors on that particular instant. How would you know that?
I'm going asking questions here. First off, why are you in an adventuring party away from Vlagos? What changed? Have you changed?
Everything. I don't know. No, probably not. Maybe. I don't know.
You don't. Stop it.
I mean, how can you even tell if you're a different person when you didn't exactly make all of your choices?
Is there
I mean,
something
which choices
you'd
are
like
yours
to?
and which are something else's?
Is everything okay?
No, nothing has been okay for a while now.
Mero's just gonna tap the bench in case they do want to sit down and be like, well, we do have time, and you do have a voice to talk about it with. So
I'm still not convinced you don't want to, I don't know, do something. Retribution? I was preparing for a fight, to be honest.
I am not going to lie. A part of me does really, really want to fucking deck you in the face for what you've done, but I don't think that's going to help anyone at this point.
It wouldn't stop you.
Why don't you take a seat and tell me about your feelings instead?
I'd rather get punched.
Well, that's not the option you get to pick. Come on, take a seat.
And she'll sit down. Like the very edge of the bench. There is space between them. There's no space, mostly. How did you figure it out?
Mostly, the way you fought. Rumors that I'd heard about you guys talking a little bit too loud at camp sometimes. Taking way too long to put it together.
I should be glad it took you as long as it did. And, the record, I am sorry for your, losses.
I appreciate. But what do you mean by your action? Oh, that's very concerning to bring up, Tesh.
This is complicated. I don't know. Seem different to you? I guess maybe someone else is running the show.
Aubrey, do I notice this? This is a very loaded question. Roll perception. Okay, hold on. It literally lets me roll for initiative, so that's a 21.
Oh gosh.
21. So I'll say you've noticed sometimes when like Tesh is fighting, like Tesh, like you're like Tesh's eyes get all like weird and where they like glowy. Yeah.
Bless you.
Get all weird and glowy.
Makes bad tactical decisions sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Jumping off a bridge.
Listen, that was a good tactical decision. For the sake of it was cool. I do suppose there are moments where your tactical prowess, how do I say it, sucked. Like a lot. I'm talking about the bridge walking directly into that horde of zombies right next to the clutch point of the.
Yep, that was great. That was not great at all.
Do you think you're being controlled by something?
I'm pretty sure I'm possessed sometimes. Partially possessed? I don't know if you can be partially possessed.
I think you can't be partially possessed. You're always possessed.
That I am always possessed.
I see. Do you know how that happened, maybe, and how that relates to why you left Flagos?
No, and yes. It is definitely the reason I left. Or I guess it was the catalyst. Sort of violently opened my eyes to what Blagos really is. I did the rest, but definitely started me on that path to, almost getting murdered by my father and almost murdering him in return. and running away forever. But frankly, it was kind of heartwarming, all things together, by our standards. We're not exactly touching.
First off, what the fuck? Second off, so I'm trying to put this together because you're giving me fragments of full story. I don't know why you're avoiding the full story.
I know. It's a lot, is why. So Vlosk, the raiders there, were trying to take kids, right?
Yes, to eat them, right?
No, not to eat them, to make them me. I was one of those kids once.
I see.
Pretty sure I'm from Cressa, actually, but I haven't the slightest idea where. Somewhere. I've forgotten where. A lot about that. I was, 7, 8, maybe, at the time. A lifetime ago. I had a sister then. 2 Vlogos. Saving my life, actually. It was, I don't remember, 10, 12? I don't remember. A long time ago. Anyway, the last thing to survive and to make them regret this one day. And I definitely survived. Got so good at the whole raider thing. I got adopted. I became the golden child of Flagos, I guess. I did everything. And then there was this raid. There were kids, sisters. The older one was dying, gotten hit on their way to hide, I guess. I promised to protect the younger one. Meant it too. I was really gonna do it. And took her out, and we rounded them all up, the kids, the ones that we were taking, and I went to go consult the general, and he issued his orders first. He outranked mine. Killed the kids, and I don't remember much after that, except hearing that voice in my head again to make them regret this. Pretty sure they do. I killed all my friends, and my father tried to execute me, so I ran. Now I'm here.
Meryl was probably just speechless. Like, you know that like shocked look, like that shocked and horrified look that you give someone when they tell you something that's just really fucked up and you can't really sort of believe it, but like you definitely anyways. They're just looking Tesh in the eyes, looking like horrified and saddened and just speechless for a solid moment after done talking, and just no one deserves it.
Hello. Life is hard. You either live long enough to be someone you like, or you die. You don't get a lot of choice in either one.
I do genuinely, I suppose, explaining everything. I never wanted to. I don't want to be. I'll be honest, I have been particularly violent. I suppose the fact that I was in this train finally getting sent me on a bit of a happy path, but I don't want to become the, if anything else, that helps people. So I'm not going to punch, definitely, because then I would genuinely feel very bad about it.
I mean, I did still, kill a lot of people.
I don't know. Now that you've the people from that raid that we killed, that I pushed off of the bridge, did they have families that are going to curse my name?
Yeah.
Then
I mean, what do you think raiders are? Just people who run around killing people? No, we got families and homes and dogs and kids.
I admit I am still very new to how the world works. I am still a bit of an idiot. I will admit, I am still learning things.
How old are you?
I'm 26.
What?
How old are you?
No. 26.
Yes, I'm 26.
Way. No. I don't believe it.
No,
18 max. Come on.
No,
Meryl is Babby.
I am 26 years old. How can you not believe this?
Oh my gosh, because you act like you've never, like you've been sitting in a room eating saltine crackers. But no. Way.
Okay. Hey, listen.
It's the best way to say you're right.
Okay, listen. I do admit I had a incredibly rather sheltered upbringing from many things in this world. Most of my stuff I actually read from books, and books don't really tell you about the life stories. People that are usually on my head to learn more about that as I go. But I do assure you, I am an adult. I am 26 years old. I am not lying.
I mean, were you like kept in a tower for your whole life? Sorry, I'm just very baffled by your lack of any experience whatsoever, except punching things real good. Death and punching things. I don't understand. Did you live in a mausoleum? You a monk? Like a death monk? That would
I
explain a
am a
lot.
monk. I am a monk, and I do follow the god of death, so I suppose I am a death monk.
You a cult?
What? No, I'm not part of a cult.
Just checking. No judgment, obviously. I mean, practically a cult. Not really, but close enough, right?
Hey, no. Hold on. Religions aren't cults.
Okay.
I think we got sidetracked from the emotion thing, but enough about interrogating me about potentially being in a cult. You are.
I like how you single out the person who's not in a cult. You're like, you must be in a cult.
Ileana like twiddling her thumbs in the background, like, don't worry about it. But listen, Tesh, you came with us in a very dangerous, probably to just get away, as you said, but you came back
I needed
here.
the money.
Also the money. I did because it would be fun. Anyways, you after that, I got myself kidnapped, as you know. You don't need to remind me about the situation that led up to it.
Literally yesterday.
Literally yesterday. But you could have left. You knew that I knew something about you, that I had reason to hate you. You could have left easily, and yet you didn't. You smashed that man's kneecaps immediately upon entering the room. Like, Jesus, Tesh. I know you've done very terrible things in the past. A lot of people have, and I do miss every day. But I don't want, if you are trying to become, I don't want to. If anything, I want to help you become a better. As long as you're willing to put in the effort, you've kind of been really need to help a lot, but I can still help anyways. And maybe in return, you can. I was taught to fight mostly on my own, to defend myself, which doesn't work very well for groups. It can be a bit reckless, and hey, I can be a bit reckless and ensure everyone. You know how to get people. Could you maybe, I suppose, teach me how to fight in a group?
Yeah, I do that probably. And I am sorry for yelling at you.
I see. I will try to be less brash and also a lot less murdery in the future. I think Estrella did definitely hit on that one.
I
By
mean, it's mostly been undead anyway, right? Mostly.
true, I did kill some that did have lives beyond.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I guess we're both kind of terrible people then.
Working on it. You'll get there. Or don't. Maybe don't do that. That was a joke. I'm sorry.
No, we should both work on becoming better people, definitely. But
People, we got this.
and I will of course keep just between us. The secret is certainly with me. Do you need a hug?
Well, no.
Okay.
I know.
Meryl looks kind of sad.
Yeah, I appreciate it, but no.
That's fair. Not everyone.
Here, and she'll extend her fist towards them. Found it.
What's that going to roll to see if Meryl knows what a fist bump is?
Oh no, Meryl!
I got a 3. So Meryl's just gonna look at your fist for a moment and just like look at you and be like, "What's this?"
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. And Tesha's just gonna get up and walk away.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Too much.
Well.
Too much. Nope.
Yeah. And that's end scene. That was a good scene.
Perfect.
That was great. Went so much better than I could have expected.
I laughed so hard. So hard. I gave myself a fucking. I'm in pain.
Oh no.
I think my eyes are red. I was crying too.
It's like what?
It was
It's
great.
like those moments in video games where you get one step closer to becoming someone's friends. It was one of those moments.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was like a nice social link conversation from like Fire Emblem or something. It's Dash and Marrow are now B rank.
You have unlocked Tesh's tragic backstory.
Yep.
Sorry,
So
no,
you still have a few hours before your visit with the queen, and I believe some people said they wanted to do some shopping.
Yeah.
Was there anything people wanted to make sure that they had before this?
Okay, I have a
Yeah.
I go pick up the cloak commission for me to pay for that. Sure, because I don't. He said it was gonna.
That one. God, I don't remember how much it said. I'm going to say it is 5 gold
Uh,
because it's just a cloak.
yes. I don't think I need armor just yet. We can fix. I look cuter without it. How I play MMOs, like I just don't wear armor. Okay. I actually everything else I don't think I need them actually. Yeah, I'm fucking good now actually as long as I have Marrow stuff.
Yeah,
Too
got
big.
Marrow's cloak.
I'll put it in my bag.
Mhm.
Just roll it up and put it in my bag. It looks like it's gonna explode probably, but when Marrow
Mhm. Cool. And Chad, I know you, Sparlock, you sent me your list of stuff, and yeah, you can get all of that for however much you said it was. I think you said it was like 9 gold or something.
Altogether, it was a lot more than that because there was
However much that total was that you sent me.
and I would like to see if I can find that stone as I'm randomly wandering around. Of course, Groon doesn't know that she's looking for that, but
Give me a perception check.
Perception. Wherefore art thou skills? Spellbook. Why can't I find my skills? There's my skills.
Perception
wait.
should be on the sidebar, on the left.
Is a 22 enough?
Unfortunately, you will not be enough. Don't find the specific stone you're looking.
Oh, that's a shame. Oh well, I'm still going to turn some things on fire, so it will be all right in the end.
Okay. But other than that, does anybody else have anything they wanted to purchase with your nice little windfall before we move?
Did.
Yeah.
Just need 5 things.
Mhm.
I was going to buy like a little tiny a little plant, a little, kind of like an air plant sort of deal, if I could. The biggest box of matches that I can find, the highest grade of beef jerky available in as many different flavors as they come. And also, like, I don't know exists this world. I don't know the real life history of them, let alone the fantasy history, but like a ukulele or something. That
I'll allow a ukulele to exist in this world.
Brad, will the person who sold it to me also give me like a little beginner's lesson if I pay them more money?
Sure, yeah.
Better.
Okay. All in all your stuff will cost you 20 gold.
I'll take it.
Yep.
Done.
You have a beginner's lesson in ukulele.
It's so funny to picture stuff is so big and the ukulele is so small.
Huh?
You know what I'm thinking of? Entangled, that really big ruffian with the unicorn.
Yep. Ileana, was there anything that you wanted to do before?
Not that I can recall.
Yeah, not going to reach out to the cult or anything.
Emotions are not right this second.
Okay.
It's not worth it.
As we meet up, if everybody's, because I think that's everybody's shopping, right?
Yep.
No, I want to buy 2 things.
Oh, what do you want to buy, Mara?
First, I would like to buy more rations because I literally only need food to survive. I don't need like weapons or shit. And the second thing I'd like to try and find is a small pack of sparkler fireworks, like those little handheld.
Ooh.
I will say, how many do you want to buy? Like how much worth?
Maybe like a week's question mark would amount to. Like I still have a lot, but it's better safe to be sorry,
So the rations themselves will run you 4 silver for a week's worth of rations. And you said the other thing was
fireworks, like pocket fireworks.
Fireworks, 6 gold.
Okay, yeah, I can do that. So it's like 4 silver and 6 gold.
Yep, 6 gold for some fireworks.
Let me do some editing real quick.
So as we come back together, you'll notice Groon is jingling a little bit more than normal as she's carrying around a silver bell She shows off she
Ooh.
has expanded healer's tools now, and she very excitedly
Ooh.
shows you, hey, look at this. And it's only 3 actions, which means I have time to do it. And she shows you a silver symbol of the sealed that is currently on fire.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh.
And is always going to be on fire because she got some ruby dust and cast continual flame on it.
That's
Uh,
so cool and illegal.
Speaking of illegal, are we all gonna meet up now? Also, Aubrey, I can't subtract money from my refugee for some. It's not letting me take away 5 gold.
I did that manually. Like I just went to where the gold was, and then there's like a minus and a plus button. I just went like fucking and I did.
Yeah.
I had to do math because I'm not going to do that 61 times.
Also, actually, one second.
Oh. Okay.
Sorry, my push to talk is lagging. So like when I push talk, it takes a second to start letting me talk.
Okay.
But if we're all meeting together again, I would like to give the fireworks to.
Ooh. Do these make a boom?
They don't boom, but they are very bright and very hot and not super dangerous. It's a fun little toy. As a little thank you, I guess. Well,
Yay.
Oh my god, they're giving the things that. Okay, wait. If Marrow's here, then I'm going to pull out the cloak I had for Marrow and be like, okay, so like I know you lost yours, and this is definitely not to replace any sentimental value at all. But I thought, it's going to be so shitty if you don't have one, because it really made the look. Make one that I thought would be nice and that you could wear on more special like it last.
I did not have my other voice correct. Oh, I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna do a little spin, like a pose for everything. Like this looks nice. Oh, this
Of
is so
course,
fun.
I love hugs. And
I'm going to give Estrella a hug.
Very
That much of a. We have to make the.
yep.
Oh,
Well,
no.
fingers crossed, everything goes perfectly fine and perfectly smoothly.
Going to absolutely die.
We're trying to keep an optimistic mindset about this. I'm confident that we probably won't die.
Okay. So you're having this conversation as you're moving through the districts, through the Golden Knot, and through the old district into where the castle is. And outside the castle, it is bustling. There are guards and people moving in and out pretty much constant. But as you all approach the gate, the guard who is standing on watch looks up and will make direct eye contact with you, Estrella, and she will smile. And as you approach, and she just goes, Estrella, it is so nice to see you again.
It's Cassandra.
Fair.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
She's very
Hi.
she's probably like 6'2" or so, pretty buff, and wearing the uniform of the Crescent City. Yeah.
Well, I definitely open my arms for a hug and then remember she's on duty and be like, oh, we probably can't
She
hug
will
right
still
now.
give you a hug.
Oh,
Yeah, she
okay,
will give
I'm getting hugged.
Oh, is this a friend of yours, Estrella?
Yes.
you. I guess you could call us friends.
Yeah, friends. Probably.
Can I make a roll to read the room?
Mm.
What
You
type
make
of
a
roll?
roll of perception.
I got a natural 20. That's a 28.
Woo!
Do I
Yep.
know?
Yes. You do. Cassandra is not looking at Estrella like a friend, and there is the whole. It's very, very close, very tight hug.
Oh, well, it is a any friend of mine. And I'm going to extend a hand for a handshake. Okay.
Yeah, and Cassandra will clasp your hand and give you a very, very good shake.
Is it like
just
a-
be like,
Is it like one
She's
that
very
breaks your hand, or is it one that's like good?
oh,
or
you
not break your
definitely
hand?
you're like your hand is like, oh, that's a good grip.
Okay. Whew.
And then she'll look. She's like, well, when I heard that there was an adventuring party that was coming to see the Queen today, I most certainly didn't think it would be you, Estrella.
Well, I kind of just came and then went immediately. So I didn't have time to hide like before. Like,
Yeah, and I wondered where you'd gotten off to. I missed spending time with you.
I'm making so many noises right now. This one. It turns out that I'm a mess, not Estrella. Me. This is like a different. This is like a third hand embarrassment. Should have turned on a. What did you say last? I don't remember.
No, I just missed hanging out with you and spending time with you. I didn't know you were gone for so long.
I did have to go back home. My visit the folks, and it was I'm kind of not enrolled in school anymore though, so
Is your family doing all right?
yes. Well, they've been better because shitty winter.
Yeah, no, last winter was pretty rough.
Very the harbor city.
Yeah.
But
But yes, let me get you on towards the queen. And she will turn to the rest of you and just be like, my name is Cassandra. I will. It's lovely to meet all of you.
It is a pleasure to meet you. My name is Mero.
Interesting choice.
nice. I'm going to stick her arm.
Mero gives her a bit of a
I'm
look.
sorry, it's just in jest. But yeah, and then she will be like, she will point at one of the other guards to be like, I'm gonna make sure they get to the queen all right. Just someone else should be by in a minute to take my place. And she will walk through the gates, pushing them open to let you all into the castle courtyard, which is big, majestic. Like everything else in the city, it's made with white marble. But unlike other places, they actually take care of it. So rather than being all like covered in salt from the sea and everything, it's all shiny and polished. Honestly, like it's probably enough that you like kind of have to avert your eyes slightly because when the sun hits it just right, it's probably like enough to blind somebody.
Ouch, my eyes.
Double that. Unlike some places, we actually take care of it. Who is this directed at?
I was just saying, there's some areas of the city that don't like or can't afford to like take care of it.
Okay.
They can afford full marble, but they can't afford to take care of it.
But yeah, she leads you through the courtyard, but this whole time she is just talking, mostly at Estrella, just asking her a million questions.
I am answering them to the best of my ability without feeling a little bit awkward.
Yep, she's absolutely not picked up on anything Estrella in town. Yep.
I don't know if there is actually.
We have been sharing a bed for 3 nights. There's bound to be a little tension of some kind.
It's sharing a bed for about a week.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
There's definitely tension. There is extreme tension.
Yep. So, all of this is going and then you move from the courtyard into the palace itself. The massive doors open and you watch as servants move from one room to another. Everything is opulent. She's a queen, and she has been queen for close to 500 years. She's been queen for a very, very long time.
Mero's getting kind of nervous, like, just kind of maybe like shrinking behind Tesh a little bit, like, oh god, this is a lot.
And she will lead you up, not to like the throne room, but up onto the second floor, leads you to a smaller room sort of off. Yeah. Cool. So we will pick up right back where we left off with Mero. You rolled what was it?
6, but I'm going to do what everyone says anyways. Because,
yeah, you're not sure. Do people have to bow? But then you watch the rest of your compatriots. Everyone else is bowing, correct?
Yes.
I don't know. I think Grun is already at the level.
You just sort of like incline your head slightly.
Yeah, I'm gonna bow last just because like I look at everyone and then panically bow too.
Yeah. It's sort of like everyone bows, and then Mero is like 3 seconds later. Oh whoa! Oh shit!
Oh shit!
And there's a desk in the middle, and you watch as this elven woman. She looks to be a little bit frail. Her what was once like golden hair has turned mostly white as she stands up and just like, come closer. I am very, very that you all showed up. It was incredibly last minute for me to ask you here.
Closer wordlessly, I will do what she asks. I don't want to die.
Same.
Oh.
And she will look over all of you and just be like, yes, it is good to meet all of you now. After hearing so much Velen and Lila about all of you, I have a request. It's I don't want it to get out, but I know my time is I have lived longer than most anyone else can have ever attest to. At least I've lost count. I have been alive for 600 years, and there have been many ups and downs through the. I thought 10 years ago when Stalin disappeared that it might have broken me. Losing the king, losing my it was hard, and I hoped always that Stellan would return to me on a boat, just walk into the palace when thing had happened. But as more time passes, I worry something might have happened. Many times I've tried to figure out what happened, send messengers out, have mages look into things. I've talked to most every fortune teller across the entire continent. I've only gotten one, the ship that took Stalin from Cressa to Chelsea. That night, he boarded a pirate vessel called the Green Lady.
Okay, shut up.
Oh,
Okay. So, Estrella was very good at keeping everything like quiet and like upright, and then you say that, and Estrella goes, "Oh fuck," and then goes, "Ah."
She raises her eyebrows and just be like, "Have you heard of it?"
That was the last ship to leave Obara.
Yes, I've heard that. I heard that from Valen and Lila. They told me about it. That it was one of the last ships. I have done some digging of my own. It is a very old ship. Probably even older than kept alive and intact by whatever magic of the Fae remains in this stories long ago. Say King Oberon sailed the ship before the gods forced the Fae out of the world.
Yep, pretty much that, and it's been passed from pirate to pirate ever since.
Yes, and it took me a very long time, but I was able to find the person currently captaining it. I offered them a great deal of money to tell me what they knew, and if you will, take you to Chelsea. And as she's speaking, she takes a ring off of her finger, puts it on the desk, and she's like, "This is the royal seal, my royal seal. I need you to take this, and I need you to give it to the prince when you find him. Let him know that I should return home and that Cressa needs its ruler." And she looks around at all of you and is like, "I will pay whatever price you want. No amount. There's no however much money you want. Money, power, royalty, anything you want. If you agree to find the prince and bring him home." And at some point, she also makes direct eye contact with you, Tesh, and she like nods at you.
she
And
knows.
Oh, fudge.
she's sort of looking around, expecting if any of you might have any questions that she can.
This is a bit of a question, but why us?
I don't know that I can trust some of my own guard, and I want this kept quiet. You, as much as problems as you had with Velen, recommended you all highly. He is now High Mage of the city.
Out of character. Oh no,
Wait,
he
what?
does not deserve that fucking title.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, he does not deserve to be high mage. That little bitch did nothing. Anyways, back to interior. I was going to just for a moment and just kind of look to the rest of it and be like, this might be something we talk over if we may have the time.
I will say that the Green Lady is in harbor right now, and they're scheduled to leave tomorrow morning first light.
Mira's gonna look over the group and be like, "Do any of you guys have opinions?" But like, not say it like that. Just kind of silently look over everyone for their opinions.
Well,
Just trying to shrug a little.
I'm okay with doing it. I don't mind. You said if we can back and knock on wood, but I'm surrounded by marble.
The desk is wood, so you just lean over and just tap on that.
Yeah, I just tap it really light. I said fuck in front of a queen. I feel like I've lost all leverage, and I knock on it and I go, "What if we do not find desirable?"
Just as a mother, just knowing that Stellan is out there and alive and is all I want.
I think
Ideally, I would like to return home. That when I do pass, he can lead the country. If not, don't know what will happen.
Might not be alive.
yeah, he might be.
If he's not alive, then I would like to know that too, so I can put him to rest alongside his father, eventually myself.
Okay, yeah, I'm down.
I'll certainly do it. It does seem like Noble Bank should just.
And she will also, there's the ring on the table, and she also sets what looks to be a bag of gold next to it. And she's like, this is up front to help with any expenses that you might have. The captain of the Navy has already been paid. And they have some information. I got some of it, but if you get the rest, go from there.
You said you had some received.
Just that the captain, they weren't captaining the ship at the time, but they were first mate, I believe, on the ship when Stellan crossed the sea to Chelsea. They interacted with him. I know that he chartered the ship. His own royal signet is worth a lot of money, and then made his way. Once he got to Chelsea, he was looking for a maid to catch. He was looking
Left
for
on purpose?
a very powerful mage, yes. Snuck away in the night. That child somehow got out of the palace and all the way down to the.
Well, I believe at least two of us have terms with. I'm gonna look at everyone else.
I'm just going wherever y'all go.
Makes three. I'm going to look at.
And Tesh?
She isn't going to like say this, but she's basically thinking there's not really a choice here. If the queen is giving her eyes, like, I know who you are, or else I think I'm getting blackmailed as. But she's gonna be like, yeah.
Ileana?
Down.
Oh, perfect. It's kind of nice knowing that the whole group's going to stay together in the end.
That's good to know. And also, the I'm gonna tell you this, so I don't forget it later. The bag of gold has 300 gold.
Putting it in the party.
Yep. And then there's the
He's
royal.
our banker.
Yep. A royal signet ring.
Oh, is that one of those rings that you use and it like makes seals and it makes pictures on things?
Yes, it is.
That's so cool. I could do that too. Sigil on the table.
she looks down at the thing and now says Grud was here, and she goes, that's fascinating. It's all right.
I thought.
She's so much chiller than I thought.
Can't
I
mark
thought we could
people's
execute
tables
on
without asking.
Sorry.
Ask next time.
Oh, there are worse things that have happened to this desk. I've had to cast the mending cantrip on it.
Man.
Won't ask.
Walgreens. I don't even know what a fucking Walgreens is.
But yes, if you have need of any supplies or anything, let any of my servants or any of the guards get it for you. And at this point, you hear that the door behind you, all of you, slams open, and you see Cassandra has entered again, and she goes, Vlaga's boats spotted in the harbor.
What?
We need to get you out of here. We need to get you down to the vaults. And the queen stands up very carefully, and she's like, yes, I need this eventually. You all may need to make haste towards the Green Lady. I don't know how much longer she might stick around.
What?
Pam is 950.
What?
Did you?
Okay.
What's happening?
I'm not exactly sure, but we're gonna continue. And the queen, she moves over. Cassandra sort of lays a hand on like her back and stuff, and they move out of the room. And Cassandra looks back at all of you. It's just like, I would recommend that you hurry. We don't have much time.
Okay. This might be a stretch, but like, can I be sus for a second? Because the queen did
Sure.
mention. The queen was like, just to cover my tracks, because this queen is a very nice person, and she did say, there's reason for me to not trust some of my guards, and I'm like, do I trust leaving the queen alone right now? Is this like, can I vibe check this?
Sure. Yeah. Roll perception.
Okay, just definitely not because Mero has a shipping agenda they're pushing. Don't worry about it. That's an 18.
An 18. You're relatively sure that Cassandra and everything on the up and up.
Okay,
She seems relatively.
okay. Is there anything that
continue.
anything to do to help with the raid that's happening right now as well?
Cassandra will look at all of you and just be like, I would just get out of here. We'll be right back after the words from our sponsor.
Come listen to Dice Will Roll, the gayest Pathfinder podcast on the planet. We ask the hard questions like, is it morally acceptable to kiss a goblin? Is it cool to use spell slots to warm up leftovers? Would the gods be mad if I wrote slashfic about them? We're a group of 4 friends who play Pathfinder 2nd Edition every week and go on adventures like none other. We've just launched our brand new season, Extinction Curse, which follows the adventures of the Circus of Wayward Wonders, as they put on the greatest show in all of Golarion and uncover ancient secrets and long-forgotten foes from a bygone era. If you like circuses, clowns, and a little bit of magic, come check us out, and make sure that no matter what, you keep it rolling.
Enjoy the rest of the episode. Hello, everybody, and welcome back from that break. Sorry about that. It was a little bit awkward, but we ended up having some audio issues during our original recording, and we had to re-record this part. So this will be very interesting because I already know half the stuff that is going to happen, but they may take a different direction. But I hope you all enjoy. We will get right back into the action. Okay, so where were we? You all had just finished talking to the queen when Cassandra burst into the library, exclaiming that Vlago's ships were spotted in the harbor. So you all, and then she had to get the queen to the vault to keep her safe. And so then you all hastily, the special NPCs. Okay.
Describe every single soldier.
Yeah,
Everyone.
every single soldier. So you all left the library, and I believe, Grun, you locked the door with magic behind you.
Yes, and tried to talk the guards into pretending that's where the queen was.
Yep. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. You probably won't know the actual answer. But yes, as you exit the library, the castle is in chaos. Guards moving to and fro, trying to secure positions and usher servants to safety. And then Brain is getting into character. And then, so you all headed out into the castle courtyard. And I rolled for this last time, but I remember what happened. Everybody but Ileana just suddenly sees a bunch of Lagos soldiers, along with a tall woman wearing battle armor, and she has got very long blonde hair and a couple of battle scars. She is on the left of a man with sort of red, like I would say he looks a little tanned, and has what would probably be long dark hair, but is currently tied up. Putting everybody on the battle map. And he is wearing the royal crest of Vlagos. And on his... Yes. I'm not even make you roll for that or make any rolls. He is very hot. And then the person on his right is wearing robes of white with gold accents. He currently has a hood pulled up over his head, kind of obscuring half of his face. He carries a staff that seems to be encrusted with gold and is topped with a shimmering clear crystal. But you watch as Vlagos soldier. It seems to be each one of the tokens on the map counts for about 6 soldiers. So
There's 7 tokens.
7 tokens. So there's like 30 or 40 soldiers in total. You just watch as they're either cutting through cutting through Cressian soldiers, or the Cressian soldiers are surrendering and they're taking them into custody. And you watch as they all start to move through the courtyard. But this is not what Ileana sees. For Ileana, it looks like the world fractures for a moment. That she's suddenly seeing two different versions of the world at the same time. The version where there are no Vlagos soldiers, and then the version where the Vlagos is overwhelming the Cressians. But then, before her brain could really process what's going on, those two become one, and she is seeing the same thing the rest of.
This is absolutely awful. Does it look like that we can peek around, like based on the configuration?
Like I said, each one of these is about 6 people. So imagine it takes up more space than it actually does. I just don't want to.
So essentially, the courtyard is flooded, and sneaking around isn't really a violation.
Yeah, and I don't have tokens for Cressian soldiers, but there are a lot of them there. It is a very packed courtyard.
I assume I recognize those 3 individuals, correct?
Yes, you do. It is up to you. You know who they are. It is up to you if you want to share who they are. If not, the rest of everybody would have to make specific checks, but you would only be able to make checks on one specific one.
Well, actually, what check?
This is bad.
What check could I?
If you want to make a society check to specifically identify the man with the brown hair and wearing the very fancy armor.
Is that the hot one?
That is the hot one.
I'll do
I mean,
it.
technically all 3 of them are pretty hot, but it depends on your type.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna vibe check the hot guy.
I got a 23 for society on the hot guy.
Okay, hold on, I'm gonna
23 society on the hot guy. That is Prince Ambrose Heron of Vlagos. So essentially, he has not been coronated king yet, but he is the prince.
I got a natural 20, so a 21. So I guess I really want to know who the hot guy is.
Yep. And because of that, Ed, it's because you rolled a natural 20, and a roll that we haven't really gone over a lot. But because it is a natural 20, it bumps the success. It essentially is what you have. If you roll a natural 20 or a natural 1, if a natural 20 is whatever you do is 1 success level higher. So if you fail, you just normally succeed. If you succeed, you would critically succeed. If it was a 1, you would critically fail instead of just regular.
Interesting.
But
okay.
It's one of those ones where I kept meaning to explain it and I never did. But yes, you would also, for some reason, we would recognize this person as Prince Heron of Lagos. I don't really know why. I don't know. Because you've been in this world for like 6 months, but you recognize him.
I read about him in a book.
On the money.
You were in the underworld. Ghosts could have told you. Oh yeah, I have this hot, dreamy prince that I surf under and under.
Oh,
like
true.
you just there.
This is true. This is true. So yeah, it was someone in the underworld who described him, and then you're like, wait, no, that's that guy. That's the hot prince.
That's the hot prince guy my friend told me about.
Is he
I am
tall?
gonna say that out loud.
He is not as tall as Tej, but he stands probably about 6. Well, with what appears with like his boots and everything, he's probably closer to like 6'3".
Actually, are they all tall? Like the special? Like, is everybody here fucking tall?
Yes, everyone here is tall.
They grow them tall in Lagos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The woman on the left she's definitely like. And the mage in robes is probably 6'1".
Smalls, Estrella.
can I-
We're
yeah.
in the smalls.
Can I actually say the party and point to the guy in the middle and be like, I know that guy. He's the hot prince that my friends told me.
Hot prince, yeah, he's the hot prince of Black. What the fuck?
He is the hot prince.
Yeah, we can't be here. We gotta go.
The exit is that.
The exit's that way. Should we try backtracking?
And like as this is going on, the woman with the blonde hair, she meets your eyes, Tesh, and then there's like a stutter in her step as she sees you, and her brain realizes who you are, and she instantly she's carrying a shield and a sword, and she throws both of them down and starts running across the court.
We are changing things up.
No. Gotta back up.
In a situation,
Hey,
try to
where am I at
friend.
ghost-wise?
Give me a will save.
17?
17? I think that's exactly what you rolled in
That is
our
exactly what she
Yeah.
rolled.
It-
I
That's what I
rolled.
last-
rolled.
Yep.
Ooh,
Yeah, so
ooh.
you're barely holding it in, but you are holding it in.
Okay, and I'm gonna do the exact same fucking thing I did last time and cast Soothe, so that way next +2.
Next time you get a +2 to your will saves, and through the chaos of battle, you cannot hear what she is calling out to you, but she is certainly calling out. You can probably guess what it is. Yeah,
Tash, who is this person
yeah.
and why is she trying to
Alright,
get
just-
us?
she is currently unarmed and is just running across the court.
We gotta go. We gotta go.
Okay. Okay. All right, everyone, back to the castle. We are backtracking now. I'm gonna go right here in case this woman does try to attack everyone.
Eliana's
Don't-
gonna
no,
grab
just-
Grun
just
and bring
don't.
Grun as well, so it's faster.
Do
If
we
that is
want
okay.
to run back into the
Yes.
castle?
Yeah, we're okay.
How will
Yes.
we get out?
We'll figure something out.
I have a plan.
So, as you start to run into the castle, you suddenly feel yourself buffeted by this wall of wind that is suddenly between you and the castle door. Give me a reflex save.
Oh no.
Who needs to get the whole of us?
Anyone
Everyone?
who's trying to go into the castle.
So I guess anyone on
I
the
don't
steps.
think I've
are-
actually moved yet, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm directly not at the castle yet.
I mean, I'm
I said let's
find
run
my-
and proceeded
my
to not do
D20.
that.
I'm trying to find one of my 3 D20s.
what was the
21?
save to me?
It's a reflex.
I'm not going into the castle yet, so
24 for me.
You want me to? Am I close enough that I should?
It's only people who are trying to go into the castle, like much right in front.
7.
oh no.
Oh, Ileana about to fall.
5.
So essentially, everyone failed. So you all get buffeted off your feet and are now knocked prone by this wall of wind.
Oh
No
no.
way this time.
Okay.
That's not fair.
And off in the distance, you hear. Well, Ileana, you hear a small voice in your head going, "No, I don't think so."
The fuck? Eliana's not happy. She's very angry.
And as the hooded figure slowly also approaches the group,
Oh no.
No.
Okay, I don't think we can fight this one.
Crap. I'm going to step forward.
hmm,
No.
I'm gonna step forward in front of Peeps. And just say, wait, stop.
and both these two figures come to a halt just in front of you. The woman with the blonde hair looks like she wants to step further, wants to get closer, but is a little bit hesitant. The man with the hood, you can see that he is smirking, clearly pleased with himself.
You don't need to be here. This is madness. What are you doing?
And the man with the hood, we are doing exactly what we need to do.
This is not gonna find. Lagos is not ready for a war.
And then the woman goes, we really didn't have much choice after you left. We were worried some people were worried that you would go and tell people what was going on, tell secrets. I tried to get them to hold this off as long as I could, but I only have so much power. I was given your position, but if you could roll a diplomacy.
Dang it. Hoping it would count as intimidation because I was threatening him.
Ooh, that's not bad though.
So, it's not bad. Should I use my hero point on it and try to get better? Wait, hero points are choice or hero points are you're stuck with it?
Hero points are you have to take the second roll.
Never mind, I'll
Yeah,
go
I
with
would-
16.
yeah.
Maybe he'll half listen.
If you do bring him back, we'll leave. But I need some assurance. That's why I'm taking this city. You bring the prince back to me. We will move out of the city. We will leave it. What?
Phone's acting up.
Have you ever wanted to be Google? What I heard.
Yeah, I was like,
It's acting up like nobody's business. I'm sorry. I was trying to exit apps and it opened it. Sorry.
I have a
You know,
bit bit of a weird question, really sorry. Tesh, feel free to bonk me over the head if it's a stupid question, but in your your conquest of the city, you're going to minimize the harm to people that are civilians, right?
We will do our best.
Be a first.
Well, if I will promise that we won't stay here, watch over them, protect them. You bring us back, or you bring me back the prince. We will leave. We won't take any with us.
Take any of that. Wait, Tesh, you told me that you don't eat babies.
Not eaten. Stolen. Oh, we do not eat. Babies do not get eaten. Except for like lambs, but those don't count. They don't count. They're animals. Lamb is good though. But it doesn't count.
Yeah, we can talk about this later. Okay, look. Okay, let's say we go get the prince, because we're going. Let's say we bring him back. What makes you think he's going to want to date you? You've invaded home.
I was still kind of
Hard hitting.
holding out hope.
Yeah, but that's okay. No, wait. That's just fucking. That's weird and abusive, sort of. Okay, you come and take over his shit, and you murder some of his people, and then you still expect him to kind of, I don't know, come and kiss you on the cheek. That's stupid.
Well, clearly he doesn't care about his own people or come back long ago.
Acting like he could.
I don't want to think in it.
I'm not saying he's dead. I'm just saying people can't go home.
Yes, Sparlock, they're looking for the exact.
Look, is that you were here occupying his castle, killing his people. It just does not paint a very good light, especially if you are waiting for him.
Why don't you roll said diplomacy check?
Oh, thank heavens.
I was waiting for you to be like, I assist Tesh. And I was like,
I was going
I
to be like, let me assist, but then afterwards I thought this would be funnier just to let her like attempt to brute force it by herself while I just fucking talk my ass off in the background and see if I can pull up diplomacy.
Very true, yeah.
Be very carefully not saying anything so it stays Estrella's roll. What you get?
Natural 20, so 29.
Jesus Christ.
That's why I started screaming, and that's why I started screaming.
He smiles and he's like, I like your little friend there. Certainly does make a point, but it is a little bit hard to leave now that we have gotten here.
You're smart. You make it work.
What do you mean?
Talon can.
You just turn around and walk out. It's not that hard.
You're good.
You talk from between Tesh's legs.
And as you're watching, the person in the robes comes over and leans over, and it's softly talking with the prince. And he's like, and then he nods and he's like, "It will take a couple of days for us to leave, but we will. Just gonna." He
Swear it to me.
He shakes his head and it's just like, I swear, we'll leave.
I'll hold out my arm.
Yeah, he'll come up, clasp your hand, and is like, you have my word as a prince and ruler of Lagos. We will leave.
Better.
You promise to bring us the prince when you find him.
I will.
Okay, he sighs, and he and Talon share a small hushed conversation. Who's this person you've probably guessed is Talon, but for anybody else who's picking up on context clues.
I think I said his name at one point.
Yeah, I don't think you pointed directly at him. You just said Talon.
I didn't say I did, but I physically did. Yes.
Yes, there's that. Yes, Talon. Talon also, he will look over at you, Estrella. Look, you can barely see, his eyes are just sort of there under the hood. He hasn't pulled it back yet. You can see the long dark hair sort of spilling out of the hood. Looks you up and down, but doesn't say anything, and turns back to the prince. It's just like, you hear him say, I am going to need that from the vault before I can use the spell. That is more than what I can use. And the prince is like, why I said it will take but it will be like it never happened. You all
fucking goblin.
Yeah.
This is all really cryptic. What does it mean?
I don't know. Why don't you give me if you want to give me a Arcana.
Would I know what that means?
Oh, you would know what that means.
Okay, I thought so.
I don't know what
You've spent
Could I attempt it because of being an Arcana?
I'm really
Sure, but the DC for both of you will still kind of be a little high.
I don't think I'm gonna make, but that's okay because I think it'll be funny if
Because
I
there's not a lot of context clues to pick up on.
I got an 11, so I clearly know nothing.
No, you
That's okay.
I don't think I made the D.
no.
Yeah.
It is powerful magic they're talking about, but you're not sure what kind of magic could undo events that have happened.
Can I look at Tesh and be like softly looking about? All right.
And Heron is just like, so do you feel like sharing that lead? So I know that you're on the up and up.
Not particularly, unless you feel like leaving early.
As I said, we need to find something, and then we can leave.
Well, let's just say I've lost a lot of faith in Vlago's promises these days.
Yes, you will need an escort through the city, I imagine.
I guess.
I imagine Erat will be more than happy to. And he smirks. Maybe you can fix this lover's quarrel.
Look! Bro covers
I
their mouth with
expect that would be.
Yeah, I have faith.
That makes one of us.
Yes, and he snaps his fingers and he's like, Erat, I need you to escort the Tempest and her friends through the city to wherever they need to go. I'm not sure, but just to make sure that they aren't harried and that they stay well clear of Thorn. And Erat nods and is just like, yes. And she will come over, having collected her sword and shield. She will, they're now sheathed and the shield is on her back. You do see this time, the mantle of your old position now sort of wears it.
Looks good on you.
Gives you a soft smile, and it looked better on you.
Shouldn't have been mine to begin with.
Yes, let's. Do you have everything you need?
I have no idea. Do we have our stuff with us? Going to the queen. Do we have our junk? I wondered this last time, but I didn't think to ask because panic,
I mean,
right?
I will say that you have your bags if you want to.
You left it in ye old royal locker rooms.
Bag. I have my
At the
Mary
coat
Poppins
check.
bag.
Yes, you do have.
I know for a fact I would not have gone anywhere without my bag because there's half of my backstory in my bag.
This is true.
I have Poppins bag, so we could have very easily stored them all in there.
Yeah, I mean,
It's true. I was gonna say, the only thing that's an issue with weapons in front of a monarch is usually a no-go.
I
But
imagined you put the weapons in the Mary Poppins bag.
Yeah, the
Just
bags
in
of
case.
holding. Bag? No, we're down to one now,
There's
right?
one bag of holding. Velen has the other.
And Velen. Yeah, we're probably as good to go as we're ever gonna be. With the city under attack.
Yes. Tread carefully. And
That's all I've been doing.
he and Talon move off towards the castle. And as both of them pass you, Ileana, you do notice that Talon, they both sort of look you up and down, make sure you're not a threat kind of thing. But Talon does sort of seem to be studying you a little bit with his eyes.
Gonna give him the glare.
Yeah, I imagine. Erat, also Tesh, I think it's about time you made me another will save.
Yup.
Oh
I thought that was
no!
coming.
You have the soothe bonus.
I have a soothe, which is how much? Plus what?
Plus two.
Ah!
28. It says a 30.
All right.
You are
Oh, there it goes.
completely in control, and you have officially just beaten the ghost in the corner with a baseball bat.
Perfect.
Not make me attack this woman, I beg you.
You have never been more in control in your life. And then
That's not saying
Sarah.
much.
Yeah, this is true. But she will be like, now that they're out of earshot, where do you all need to go?
The ducks, I think.
She'll nod and if you could all follow me then.
Tesh, are you sure we trust this person? I will say softly.
Yeah.
Okay.
The other one here
So can
should be willing to kill it.
So can I vibe check Tesh and this woman, please?
Sure, yeah, roll a perception.
Can I also roll the X perception?
Yeah.
it would appear that I'm really good at vibe check.
I'm
That's
not
a
right now.
natural 20 for me, so 28. That's my second one. Let's fucking go. Apparently, the touch die want me to know everything.
I got a 15, so I don't know if that'll do it.
15? You're relatively sure that these two have some sort of.
Is it a gay history?
You're guessing it's probably a very gay history.
Perfect.
But also, a question.
Uh-huh.
Do you hide the leather band? Or do you just wear it? Not think much.
I think I hide it.
But would it be too much to say that Estrella may have seen it at some point, like when you've taken off your armor?
Yeah, she might have seen it.
Cool.
We've been bedmates for a week.
Yep. So as you're closer to Aerith, you do notice that she has a leather band around her wrist with some symbols pressed into it, and Tesh wears the exact same kind of band.
Okay, great. So since I have a dad from so has a bracelet, am I able to put two and two together and say that they're fucking engaged?
Even more, that's a wedding band.
Exactly. Oh my god, I was a fucking homewrecker for 14.
Oh my god. I just know that they're kind of gay, you know? Estrella's got the whole,
Mhm.
I see.
Mm.
Oh yeah,
So
Tesh.
it's,
Mm-hmm.
So,
Sure.
what,
Heck not.
you know what? Never mind. I'm just gonna keep walking.
No, go ahead.
It's too late. I do not need the answer to the question. Less interrogated right now.
Fair enough.
So you start to walk. You walk through the city, mostly in silence, unless people want to try and fill the silence.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you do. A-Rod, like, are you talking to anyone in particular?
I know Mara's kind of dumb, as you may know. I just want to try talking to Era. See, you know, hi, how are you? How's life?
Oh my
You know, we just met.
She'll give you short, curt answers.
I see.
Give me one more percent.
I hope I fail so I don't catch the boot. Oh no, I got a 26. I have to know what I'm doing.
Yep. You do notice it's when she thinks that Tesh can't see her. Her eyes are very sad.
I know not to probe about that though.
Yeah.
For once in my life. I will just fall back to the group next to Estrella and be like, so what'd you learn about Tesh? Just very softly.
Since you rolled like in 6, you can probably tell as I put a lot of things together and realized that I have accidentally been playing a homewrecker for the past 14 sessions. That I am probably the maddest you've ever fucking seen.
I changed my question to okay.
You will not get an answer.
Okay. I was decided that talking to people is probably not a good idea because the mood will not be low. They will walk in silence from now on.
Poor Marrow.
They're trying their best.
They're trying so hard.
Anybody else want to do anything as you make your slow, silent trek towards the docks?
We'll at some point just say, Arat, I'm sorry.
I am too. Part of me wished I had followed you that day.
You
Then,
shouldn't have.
I don't know. Maybe if I had, it would have been different.
Or maybe I would have actually killed you.
Felt like I was there a while.
Yeah, me too.
I started staying the camp again. Home, feel like home without you. But you weren't there for it. We gave them all a good send-off. They all had...
That's good. I worried about that, so that's good.
And she takes a second to compose herself and then sort of continues on. Yeah. Eventually, you get from the castle through the old district to the port, and the sea comes into view. The usual, almost crystal clear blues, tainted by the fires raging through the city. And you see a line of ships. Some of them have succumbed to the fire. Some of them seem to be overrun with Lagos soldiers. But off to the side, almost tucked away, in a place that you might not see it, is a ship made of green wood flying a pirate flag. And as it comes into view, you do watch as a contingent of Lagos soldiers is heading towards the ship. And I believe that is where we will leave it for now, because next week we will have a very special guest playing the captain of the ship. I didn't want to get too close to it before I have the full description of what their character looks like.
Yay, guest!
Yep. Yay, guest, to hopefully cheer things up from this very depressing ending of the episode. I knew this was gonna happen and brought it on myself.
Same. Also me as well.
I don't know what I expected, and
Me
it wasn't.
following logical conclusions like, oh yeah, this will be fun, and then also me remembering like my real goals and being like, oh no, heartbreak.
Yep.
Cool.
There's a bit of heartbreak, but who knows what will happen. I guess tune in next week as they leave Cressa, they meet a saucy sea captain, and maybe Tesh says goodbye.
Maybe?
Maybe. Are you gonna leave without saying goodbye? I don't know.
Oh.
Are you leaving
okay.
at all?
Just can't
No,
leave
I meant
without-
Tesh saying goodbye to A-Rod.
Okay,
I
good.
thought you meant
I know.
coming with us. I'm like, oh no.
No, you are. I was like you saying goodbye to A-Rod.
You
Okay. All in a freak out right there, Aubrey.
Nah, Tesh is gone.
Bye guys.
Bye.
Time. Sorry, Aki.
Nope. Tesh is coming.
Oh, no.
Just do they say goodbye to their wife?
Getting out of character. is
A
gonna
strained
be
wife.
Alright.
So yes. Sorry, not sorry for ending it on a depressing note. We'll say our usual things. If you enjoy what we're doing here, please like, share, subscribe, leave us a review, share us with people. Reviews really help us, help people find our podcast, pushes us up charts, which in turn also helps the podcast. But other than that, I think we're unless anybody has anything they want to drop at the end of the episode.
If you love your wife, eat your vegetables.
That too. Follow us on all our social medias at Goblins and Gays. Interact with us. Let us know how heartbreaking this was. Let us know how depressing the end of this episode is. But yes, and then we will see you all next time.
Bye.
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 Eat your vegetables.
Be gay. Roll dice.
An LGBTQIA actual play podcast network.